It was the late 60s. Bob Ruckriegel, they invited the society to come in to build our campus.
Reverend Ronald Shue, who was pastor of Redeemer Church at that time, which I was a member of, knocked on my door and said, hey, there's word that we could entice Good Samaritan Society to build a nursing home in Jasper, Indiana here. After a couple of meetings of the formation of the committee, while we embarked on how we was going to do the fundraiser, the campaign was successful and we were able to raise $100,000 to ask the Good Samaritan to come in. So the next thing that we had to do was find a piece of ground to put the home on. It was nothing but a gutted out, weather-beaten hillside that we were able to have the excavating company from Jasper here level the thing off, and that's where we sit today.
We're getting ready to celebrate 50 years here. In that 50-year time, it started out as a traditional nursing home, and then we've expanded to all these different levels of care.
In the beginning, it was a challenge to fill the home up, but once it started filling, it filled rather rapidly.
We are a community of aging in place. We have independent apartments, we have our post-acute rehab, we have our assisted living, we have a memory unit for middle-stage dementia, and then our traditional skilled beds. Basically every line of service you could want, we offer.
I would recommend Good Samaritan Society to anybody, and I have already, because I know how well they take care of you. When you're with one of the nurses or one of the therapists, you're like you're the only person in that room at that time, because they concentrate just on you.
I know so many people here, I really do. I don't want to get too lonesome, and I don't, not here.
It's very hard for seniors to relocate, and that's been what is special about our campus. We will help them transition from the different levels, and that's been very important. It makes it very comfortable for the senior who's having to transition. When I think of this building, the relationships we've built in the community, I think we're a very integral part of Jasper.
Thanks to this grant by the Good Samaritan Society and other grants like it, we can serve our clients without having to put them on the waiting list.
It's important because the community gives us so much, and we have to give back to the community. It's all about the relationships you build, that we can all be successful and have good quality of life through the different stages of life. That is one of the biggest challenges. How are we going to grow into the future? We do have a Phase 2 addition that has been drawn up when we built the assisted living building 4 years ago. So we'd like to see the Phase 2 addition, continue to update this building, continue to grow our outpatient rehab.
Next 50 years, if we could see a expansion and a growth that we've had in the past 50, if we could double that and see the future in the society in the next 50 years would be fantastic.
So very proud of that, the care we provide, the hugs you see being given, the celebrations we have as we're celebrating our 50 years. If you don't feel Christ there, you don't feel it anywhere. The relationships we build, we definitely are community-centered, Christ-centered.